So, Neues zu Talk mit Paul. Wie ihr schon mitgekriegt habt, er redet gerne und er redet viel. Deshalb aufgeteilt und hier der zweite Teil zu unserem Talk mit Paul.
Well, in your opinion, the best 3-4 technique rules for open water swimming in pools?
In pools, the crossover's there. I'll tell you the ones that, for me, that you shouldn't do. A lot of people will continue to do the old style drills like catch-up. They'll use fins and the catch-up drill where they're tapping a hand and then pulling away. This is encouraging overglide. It encourages you to use less strokes to get to the other side of the pool. When we use that in an open water situation, that doesn't work, because if you're swimming against the current, you're always falling backwards because you haven't got propulsion forwards. If you do it with the current, you get away with it and it works. But then turn that situation around again. Generally, courses aren't just in one direction, they're in multi-directions, so you need to be able to handle everything that comes at you. What was that question again?
The
drills.
The drills, the best drills.
to keep a constant rotation, if you use fist, if you use water polo, where the chin is on the water, it
you
means
all
that
like these drills?
Yeah, they're hard drills. They're drills that people complain about all the time.
Yeah.
And the reason why we tend to not do them is because it's hard. And I'm sure you've heard the phrase, you know, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. And it's not. And when we first start to go into these events, we're doing it because it's an adventure that hasn't been done before. And it's instinctively inside of us. So what we've got to do is then change towards that. So rather than just take an easy way out, if we use fist to engage the forearm, as long as you do the fist drill correct. If you do water polo, which keeps your head out, that allows you to keep a constant rotation. And sculling is an important one as well.
Don't like that.
Sculling always transpires from this to this, and it becomes breaststroke with a lot of people. And that's where the coach needs to be side of the pool. And that's when we can use the pool to our advantage. For us, we've got like 3 days where we do open water, and we've got one evening that we do pool. The emphasis in the open water is to continue to practice the pool drills in the open water, but you can use the same things in a more controlled environment. So fist, finger drag to a certain extent, unless you're producing it to be an overglide. I've noticed with Barbara that when she did finger drag, it became more of a catch-up drill than finger drag. So for
relaxing.
So for the near future, that's going to be eliminated from her session, so that you can't do finger drag anymore, because that's causing more of a problem. And if you look at the root cause of the problem and say, okay, she wants to overglide because that's how she's been told originally, so we need to do everything that you can to eliminate that. Graham Walton, a guy that I know who's from the channel, he's an 11-hour channel swimmer. He cannot do finger drag because it turns to overglide. He can do fist because it keeps a constant rotation, and his rotation is very, very high, and he's a very, very powerful, strong swimmer. And an interesting point with him, he never kicks. And he doesn't kick because he understands how much energy he uses and how inefficient he is at kicking because of his body shape. So it's another interesting one. Uncoordinated, when you've got one arm by your side and you're stroking with the other arm, you can only breathe to the side where your arm is straight. That's another one for keeping constant rotation and stopping you from pushing down.
Another one I don't like. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
See you next year.
Yeah, I hope
so.